exercise and on women's vault.
The men's floor competition and the women's vault about to take place. And here are the gymnasts who've made it through to the final.
And these are the 8 finalists on men's floor. Representing Hungary, Boton Molnar.
Hungary's Boton Molnar, 7th best in qualification.
From Germany, Alexander Kunz.
Alexander Kunz of Germany.
From Great Britain, Sam Mostofi.
Great Britain, Sam
Representing
Mostofi.
Israel,
Eliran
Eliran Yoskovic.
Eliran Yoskovic of Israel.
From Turkey, Ahmed
junior
Önder.
silver at the Maccabi Games. Ahmed Önder of Turkey.
Representing Hungary,
Christopher
Christopher Mezaros.
European Championships. Christopher Mezaros of Hungary,
Israel,
silver medalist on floor at the European Championships last year. Uri Zaidel of Israel, gold medalist at the Maccabi Games last year. Nicolau Mir of Spain, silver medalist in the all-round competition for the national championship.
On women's vault from Spain, Laia Masferrer.
Laia Masferrer competing in her first ever World
From
Cup final.
Australia,
Congratulations to
Georgia
her.
Godwin.
Georgia Godwin of Australia, the reigning Commonwealth
From
Games vault
Hungary,
champion.
Cenge Bacskay.
Cenge Bacskay of Hungary,
Representing
Youth Olympic
France,
Games
Morgan
vault
Osisek
silver medalist. Morgan Osisek of France,
Also from France,
silver medalist at the Mediterranean
Francerie.
Games last year. Léa Francerie
From
of
Israel,
France, vault
Lihi
champion at the
Ras.
World Schools Games last year. Lihi
From
Ras of
Spain,
Israel,
Alba
the
Petisco.
gymnast who won the Maccabi Games title. Alba Petisco of Spain, Youth Olympic
Finland,
champion.
Adelina Sikala.
And Adelina Sikala of Finland, the reigning national champion.
The first 4 gymnasts in each final may now warm up.
Time for the warm-ups to take place using the traditional split warm-up system at World Cup events. So the first 4 gymnasts will get
So,
their
ladies and gentlemen, there we
process
are,
underway.
the first finals of this very first World Challenge Cup of Tel Aviv.
And as the
Wait on
Master of
men's
Ceremonies
floor exercise,
himself said, it's the first time ever
group.
that we have had a
Boton
World
Molnar,
Challenge
Alexander
Cup
Kunz,
competition
the German
in Tel
athlete
Aviv.
from Great Britain,
And
Sam
it's
Mostofi.
something that means a great deal
And an Israeli
to this
gymnast as
city.
well, Eliran Yoskovic. And on women's vault, the gymnast that just
Hope you're looking forward to all of the action from Tel Aviv. We're about to begin with this men's floor and women's vault competition.
This is Cenge Bacskay. And then the next one with the black leotard, French athlete. Morgan Osisek Reimer. We are ready on floor, but we will wait until the warm-up is over on women's vault.
Warm-ups almost concluded and time for the competition to begin any moment now. Just drawing women's vault to a close, and then we'll see the first 4 in each final. So Some of these World Cup events, I'm sure you know, operate one final after the other, but Tel Aviv is using the alternating system, so we'll have men's floor and women's vault at the same time. We'll bring you all of the action from both, so there's going to be a packed session of 5 finals coming up now.
And we are ready for the very first exercise, ladies and gentlemen, on men's floor, representing Hungary. As soon as
time
we
to
get
begin
a green
the
light
women's
from the
vault and
judges.
men's
Yes,
floor
indeed.
competitions.
Botond Molnar.
And we start with Botond Molnar of Hungary on floor. 7th best in qualification with a score of 13.3. Gymnast who had a really impressive performance in his first World Cup final. And that was in Varna last week, where he won the silver medal. That was more secure. His difficulty in qualification 5.6, in execution 7.7. On the whole, some nice twisting work there from Botond Molnar, Hungary.
Young athlete from the Hungarian capital. He's 18 years old, was born in Budapest.
Part of the
And
team
now women's vault.
won a medal at the Junior European Championships.
And we start with an athlete from
2020.
Spain, Laia Masferrer.
To Laia Masferrer of Spain on vault. 7th best in qualification. And she performs full twisting Yurchenko with success. Vault scored 12.967 in qualification.
Laia returns to her starting position. She's 17 years old. One of the youngsters here at the World Challenge Cup. We'll wait for her score until she can do her second vault.
Seventeen-year-old competing in her first ever World Cup final. Great accomplishment.
13.6 on floor exercise.
She's had good results in the Spanish league system this season.
And here's the second vault of Laia Masferrer.
Oh, difficult landing from Laia Masferrer. In the second vault, apologies that we didn't give you a score there for her first vault. We'll come back to that just as soon as we have it, have any information.
And then back to men's floor exercise.
13.6 for Boton Molnar, so he's up by 3/10 from qualification. His execution was stronger. He was the 7th best in qualification.
For Germany, Alexander Kunz.
Now representing Germany, Alexander Kunz. 13.2 his score in qualification. It's only his 2nd ever World Cup event. He competed in Varna a couple of years ago. It was nice pipe work, really fluid motion, good landing. Side pass was quite sound as well. He did have a 0.2 out of bounds penalty in the preliminary round. The performance of Alexander Kunz of Germany. He was a finalist at the National Championships last year.
Could you imagine that this is his very first World Cup or World Challenge Cup final? On vault for Australia, Georgia Hogben.
We're waiting for a score for Laia Masferrer. That seems to be the score just for 1 vault, which is not correct. We've also just missed the vault of Georgia Godwin.
3 times World Championships all-around finalist.
The Commonwealth Games vault champion, Georgia Godwin, the 26-year-old.
She's 25 years young. Georgia
We'll come back to that in a moment. Apologies for some of the technical issues that are happening at the moment. And we certainly need to see Georgia Godwin in all of her glory, because she's a favourite to take this title. She just recently won the Australian All-Around National Championships again. The 7th time, 5th in a row. If you're just joining the competition, we are just struggling to get a sense of the numbers in the women's vault final. There might be some technical issues going on at the moment. Hopefully we'll have it all sorted for you in the near future. And here's a better look at that vault of Georgia Godwin, or at least a partial look at it, and it was well landed. Really good display. Well, that's very fine work from Georgia Godwin. She's a little out of bounds, but the first vault looked more secure than in qualification. And in terms of her difficulty, 4.8 and 4.0, the highest that we're expecting to see in this final.
Well, we'll see an athlete from Great Britain.
13.6 for
Great Britain with Sam Mostofi.
Execution. Very strong up from qualification. We'll come back to that later. Now we go to Sam Mostofi of Great Britain, 6th best in the preliminary round. He is the reigning British Universities all-around champion. A little off axis as he landed. He did win the British floor title in 2021. So just some landing problems for Sam Mostofi. Can he get this last tumbling pass more secure? He's got real power in flight.
Sam Mostofi, we saw him
undergraduate in finance, accounting and management at Nottingham University,
where he also made it to the floor final.
Now we have got to get these scores clarified for Laia Masferrer and Georgia Godwin. Certainly Georgia Godwin will be well and truly in the lead, there's no doubt about that.
On women's vaults for Hungary, Cenge Bacskay.
Let's look back at the performance of Sam Mostofi. I'm afraid we have inexcusably missed another vault, and that was Cenge Bacskay.
Cenge Bacskay, not only an excellent gymnast on vault, but
12.6
also
the score for
all-rounder.
Georgia Godwin, but it's not clear whether that's an average score or
Finalist,
whether it is,
if I'm not wrong, all-around finalist
the
at the
score
World
for just one of those
Championships
vaults.
in,
I think that's just the score for the second vault.
Kyushu, yes indeed, in 2021.
That's Bacskay's take on the full twisting Yurchenko. She's quite centralised.
But vault is definitely one of
apologies
her
for
best apparatuses.
that being missed.
She was born in Budapest, the wonderful capital of Hungary.
Second vault coming up in a moment for Cenge Bacskay.
We wait for the score of Cenge's first vault. And here's the second vault of
13.267.
Chengebachkai.
We have got ourselves a vault score in. That's exciting. Chengebachkai, good score as well for her first vault. That's very good vaulting. Now certainly Chengebachkai can expect to be in medal contention.
The judges after
with
her
that
second
display.
vault. Let's wait for her score. Highest score so far is 13.2
Meanwhile,
for Georgia
we
Godwin.
have a score to come in for Sam.
And we go back to
Stalvey.
men's floor exercise.
I think I just heard the arena presenter there say that 13.2 was the
See
score
an
for Georgia
athlete
Godwin.
From Israel,
Meanwhile,
Eliran
13.45
Yoskovic.
for Sam Mustalfi. So that has him in third place of the three that have gone so far. Now we go to Eliran Yoskovic of Israel on floor. He's only 19, this youngster. He was part of the junior team that was so good at the Maccabi Games last year. They took a silver medal. He's having a really good day, Yoskovic, and he's certainly somebody with a score to challenge for a medal. Very well performed by Eliran Yoskovic. It was his World Cup
There's the
debut
floor exercise
last week in
of
Varna.
Eliran Yoskovic, young athlete from Israel. This is one of his very first major international
13.033
competitions.
For Chengebachkai.
And he made it straight into the final. On vault for France, Morgan Osisek-Reimer.
Morgan Osisek of France, the next gymnast
First
to compete.
vault went well.
Silver medalist at the Mediterranean Games last year.
She trains in Paris in the National Institute. Morgan was born in the very east of France in the city of Colmar.
Another full twisting Yurchenko vault from Morgan Osisek to get her final underway.
This is not her first World Challenge Cup final. We saw her in the final in Varna.
Once again, I
22.
apologise for the
That was not on vault,
lack
but
of
on floor
clarity
exercise.
of the vault standings at the moment. We'll try to get you them as soon
On
as
vault, she
possible.
was first reserve. Second vault of Morgan Osisek-Reimer.
Now the second vault for the French gymnast Morgan Osisek. So as we saw from Chengebachkai,
Morgan,
exactly the
French athlete. We will
same
see
piece of
another
vaulting.
French athlete in the second part of this final. The next four gymnasts
13.1
may
was the
now
score for her
warm up.
first vault. Sukahara full for her second. .13.6 for Yoskovic. She's gone into the lead on the
And there's
execution
the
tiebreak.
score for
8.3, exactly as he scored in qualification.
13.6. You see, ladies and gentlemen, that we have 3 gymnasts with the same score, 13.6. So why is Eliran Joskovic in first place? Well, because his execution was better. Execution score was higher than the score of the other 2 athletes.
"19-year-old scores 12.533 for the second vault."
Morgan Osisek-Reimer, 12.817.
So understand that what we're seeing are just the separate vault
the ranking
scores rather than
4
an average. But we do still have Georgia Godwin in the lead. And that takes us to the halfway point of this women's vault and men's floor finals. And it is Eliran Joskovic who's leading the way in this very tight men's floor final with 3 gymnasts on 13.6. And the women's vault competition, at the moment it is Georgia Godwin in the lead. So let's have a look back at the gentleman leading this men's floor final, Eliran Joskovic of Israel.
Warm-up has almost finished. This was a vault of Ligiras, I think. And there's Alba Betisco of Spain. One more.
Now we've got some very experienced gymnasts to come in the second half of both of these finals. We have a World Championship finalist to come in the vault competition. We've also got on men's floor a gymnast who has been in World Championship finals, who's competed at the Olympic Games.
Adelina Sikala of Finland. Warm-up is over, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready to rock and roll on floor again. Starting with an athlete from Turkey. His name is Ahmet Önder.
On we go. This is Ahmet Önder of Turkey. The Olympian, the 26-year-old who was part of the Turkish team that finished second at the European Championships. And problems with the first tumbling pass, unfortunately. Getting better as it goes on, this display from Ahmet Önder. But his execution score, it's going to be a real struggle to match what he did in qualification, where his total was 13.65, the third best. So for those gymnasts who have already produced 13.6 scores, that's a major contender to go ahead of them, who's probably removed from the running now. Ahmet Önder from Ödemiş in Izmir province completes his competition. We now go to the vault final. Now, just to give you an update on this, we've got some accurate numbers in. Georgia Godwin leads on 13.2. Senga Bashkoy 500s behind on 13.15. And then Morgan Osisek 12.817. We now have a look at Leia Fonserie. She's got a nice full twisting Yurchenko, well executed. She won the World Schools Championship last year in her home country.
She was born in a town called Bruges. I'm a bit confused whether that was Bruges in Belgium or Bruges in France. Because France is near Bordeaux, very south.
Just in case you were not sure what Ahmed Under touching his feet looked like, there's a reminder. He did do more than that, promise. Great to see this gymnast in her full senior international debut, the 18-year-old from the southwest of France, north of Bordeaux.
This is her very first senior season.
12.867, the first vault. Now, from a difficulty standpoint, he's giving away about 4/10 compared to those leading athletes, but there's nice solid work from this young competitor. She's favoured vault and floor for quite some years now.
And then floor exercise again.
11.85 for Ahmed Under, so no change to the leaderboard in the men's floor competition. It's Joskovic ahead of Kunz, ahead of Molnar, all level though, separated by execution. This gentleman could change it though. Christopher Mészáros of Hungary, the silver medalist at last year's European Championships. His difficulty scoring qualification 6.0, so he's absolutely got the numbers to win this, and he's got the landings to win it at the moment too. Lovely, fluid gymnastics this. And these are the kinds of competitions that Christopher Mészáros ought to be winning, considering his capability and his scoring potential. Done well to stay in bounds there. Oh, lovely twisting to conclude this display. Applause from Ahmed Under watching on.
Christopher Mészáros, 2 times World Championships all-around finalist.
Meanwhile, we'll wait for the score for Leia Fonserie, I apologise. 11.867. That's for the second vault. And her average 12.367. She scored 12.867 for the first vault. This is Lihi Hrabs. Oh, lots of amplitude, big hop back though in the full twisting Yurchenko.
Good landing for Lee, or Lee if you want.
The reigning Israeli champion. She also won an event called the Maccabi Games last year. And she was a World Championship vault finalist last year. So just to clarify, it's Morgan Osisek in third place, Chenga Bachkoy in second, and Georgia Godwin in the lead.
She's giving some instructions. And coach. She was born in the United States. She is 19 years old. And is her second vault. Here is Israel.
Now, it'll be interesting to see the comparison score there, because in the preliminary rounds, Lee Vats was only given a 3.2 difficulty score. She got 12.9 for that first vault, but a sense here that the numbers could improve quite a bit. We'll come back to that in a moment. 14.55 easily into the lead. Christopher Mezaros. Lovely execution score, and he's got this one surely in the bag now. A great number. It is Idol of Israel, the penultimate gymnast to go. And hands going down, so he'll lose a full mark now, unfortunately. He's only 21. Quite new to the international scene. This is his 7th World Cup event. But he's not really accustomed to being in international finals. Such a shame to see that reaction from the reside. He was nearly there. Everything beyond that first tumbling pass was quite tidy. Back to the vault competition. Lihi Ratz, 11.9 for the second vault. She did get an extra couple of tenths of difficulty. I think we'll just come back to that after we review this from Alba Petisco, but I think initially in qualification Kratz was given a 3.2 because she was tucked, and on this occasion she was piked, so the score has improved slightly.
And she's an Olympic, she did in Tokyo Olympics in 2021.
Paul Twisting Yachenko, a 4.2 value from Alba Petisco to get her final started. The gymnast who did win a vault bronze medal at the Cottbus World Cup last year.
Something to be proud of.
Those were back with her floor title, her first World Cup honours. Lihi Fass has gone into 4th position. No change to the top 3 at the moment. 13 for the first vault from Alba Petisco. She's a little piked in the landing. Same approach as we saw from Chenga Bachkoy and Morgan Osisek. 3.8 at second vault.
So the first medalist on men's floor will be Christopher Mezaros.
12.6 for Olly Zeidel. And that confirms at least a silver for Christopher Mezaros. And it means that Eliran Joskovic is going to win at least a bronze, with one to come. Nicolae Almeida of Spain, the last gymnast to go, second best in qualification, 13.65, and that would give him the silver medal in this final. He started nicely, a couple of good tumbling passes to begin. Decent move through into handstand. Not too much adjustment. His landings are tidy. They need to be, because from a difficulty standpoint he was not as high as some of the leading gymnasts. But this was beautifully executed in qualification, and it's being well executed in this final too. Just a little adjustment on that final tumbling pass from Nicolae Almeida. Is it going to be sufficient? And what of his teammate Alba Patisco? She might be in contention. So 12.2 for the second vault, but I don't think that is reflective of the average. It's 12.6 for her. So she's in fourth position, just 0.217, I should say, behind Morgan Oshisek. And now we go to the last gymnast in this women's vault final, Adelina Sikkala, the reigning national champion. And like many in this final, she opens with the full twisting Yurchenko. And she's competing here at a World Cup event for the first time. It's her full international debut. And huge congratulations to Sikkala on winning that national title last month. She also came third in the all-around competition. From a difficulty standpoint, she's there with most of the pack chasing Georgia Godwin, like Bachkoy. Although Bachkoy upgraded quite significantly. In the final. Adelina Sikkala, a little off axis with that vault. Otherwise a good performance.
Let's wait for the score.
13.85, Nicolae Almeida has managed to secure the silver medal.
Silver medal for Nicolae Almeida. The gold teams for Greece, silver for Nicolae Almeida, and the bronze medal for Israel.
Really good display from Nicolae Almeida.
This is the end of the first two finals, ladies and gentlemen. Please say goodbye to the athletes. And we welcome the finalists on men's pole horse.
Waiting the score for Adelina Sikkala to come in, and she is going to be pretty close. 12.5 for the second vault, 12.65 the average score, so she's finished fourth. Now the classified results in the men's floor competition, with Eliran Joskovic taking bronze, Nicolau Mir winning the silver medal, and Christopher Mizaros taking the title, and he won it convincingly too. Commiserations to Alexander Kunz and Boton Molnar, missing out on the tie-break criteria. And the final standings in the women's vault competition: bronze for Morgan Osisek, silver for Chenga Bachkoy, and the gold medal to Georgia Godwin. The bronze medal goes to Eliran Joskovic of Israel in the men's floor competition. Spain's Nicolau Mir wins the silver medal.
And first place and gold medal winner from Hungary, Christopher Mizaros.
Hungary's Christopher Mizaros takes the title. Excellent performance from him, 14.55.
Presented by Artur Smiskiewicz, FIG Men's Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee President, by Ilan Kazic, Israel Gymnastics Federation and European Gymnastics Men's Artistic Gymnastics Technical Committee member, and by Alexander Shoshelov, Olympic Gymnastics.
And we'll now have the national anthem of Hungary.
Gymnasts, congratulations, thank you so much for being with us in Tel Aviv.
I think we had the shortened version there of the Hungarian national anthem, to the surprise of Christopher Mizaros.
And Jimmy wants to be part of the show as well, of course, the mascot. Wow.
And there they are, the medalists in the men's floor competition. One of them that doesn't really need to be there, or you make your mind up as to who that is.
Yes, that's better, of course.
Well, congratulations to Christopher Mizanos. We said at the start this was the kind of competition that he ought to be winning, considering his scoring potential, considering his quality as a gymnast, and he really produced something lovely. Great display from him.
Third place and bronze medal winner for France, Morgane Ossisek-Reimer.
The bronze medal in the women's vault competition to Morgane Ossisek from France.
Second place and silver medalist from Hungary, Cengiz Bachkai.
The silver medal to Cengiz Bachkai of Hungary.
And first place and gold medal winner from Australia, Georgia Godwin.
And the gold medal to Australia's Georgia Godwin.
The medals, ladies and gentlemen, are presented by Lyubov Andrianova.
Great to see her back at international level. First time on the international scene since the World Championships of last year. And in just a moment we'll have the national anthem of Australia.
And we all stand up, ladies and gentlemen, for the national anthem of Australia.
Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth fertile. Our home is God by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and rare. In history's page, let every state.
The medalists in the women's vault competition at the Tel Aviv World Challenge Cup of Artistic Gymnastics.
Victorious. Georgia Godwin, Cengiz Bachkai, and Morgane Ossisek-Reimer. And Jimmy. Georgia, Cengiz, and Morgane, thank you so much. Merci beaucoup. Félicitations. Congratulations. Wonderful.